What's up, everyone? Good afternoon. We're all 49ers. I'm Grant Cohn. To my right is Nick Newman. To his right is Maverick Pallack, which I've been mispronouncing for months. Maverick, I apologize. We also have Leo Luna coming in, but he's late and his internet never works anyway. So him being here, him not being here is kind of the same thing. Yeah. George Kittle's out. He's not going to play on Sunday. The Niners still are 7-point favorites. But let's talk about Kittle. Should we be concerned about him, not for this week, because he's not playing, but should we be concerned about him moving forward in terms of this season? Nick, what are you thinking?
I do believe there's a reason to move forward cautiously with Kittle. For one, his playing style's so violent, and something that Mike Schumann and I were discussing. Larry Mullins, baby. Hoover, Alabama. Something that Mike Schumann and I were discussing is how Kittle's playing style is controversial in terms of how he can play for a while in the NFL, lasting into his 30s. So his playing style already doesn't do him any favors. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo is the reason why he got hurt on that high pass on the screenplay. So within me, you want to be cautious with that. I'm happy he's sitting this week and not forcing him to play against an opponent like the Jets. If it was the playoffs, I'm sure he would be able to play, but I'm worried about the lingering effects of the knee injury and also just his playing style as a whole, as far as how it bodes for his health for the remainder of the season.
I think, for this week, obviously he's not playing, but I think it's fine for the first couple weeks to just take it slowly with Kittle. I could see even if he comes back against New York or Philadelphia to kind of use him similar to how they use Dwelly, very sparingly, and just use him kind of as a decoy. Because it's much more important to have Kittle for that last month of the season. And even if they are 2 games out of a division race, but still in a wild card position, that's totally fine for what the Niners need to do. They just have to make the playoffs with Kittle healthy.
Leo slides in right when it's his turn to talk. First question, should we be concerned about George Kittle? Maverick, good answer.
Absolutely not. This is a game, if I was the person making this choice, I would have sat him anyways.
Yep.
I think this is more of a matchup base to where he's out. They're playing the New York Jets. No offense to the New York Jets, but the 49ers could probably win this game even if Jimmy Garoppolo sat. So it's not a concern at this point.
Okay, well, I think it is a concern. I think there are concerns about George Kittle in this sense. The Niners are 0-1. You can't go 0-2, even if you're the 49ers. I think the stat is you have an 11% chance to make the playoffs if you go 0-2. So this is a must-win game, even though they're playing arguably the worst team in the league. If Kittle could physically play, I think he would. The fact that he can't means that there's something not serious, but a little bit more severe than we thought at first. And I think what the real concern with Kittle is what Nick alluded to. This is a guy who made his money based on effort. He's kind of like the Hulk Hogan of the 49ers. He's the hardest. And I say that because he plays to the crowd. He has the highest energy. He plays the hardest. And I think he feeds off the fans. He's like a WWF superstar. He loves the entertainment of it. Without the fans in the stadium, I feel like it takes away a little bit of his manic energy, which feeds the whole team feeds off of. So I felt like we didn't see the normal George Kittle, and it's not just the lack of fans. I think it's all the zeros in his bank account. It's not nothing. It's not a shot at him. It's just human nature. He worked that. I think most people work hard for money. Most people don't work hard because they're obsessed with perfection. Some people are, but George Kittle worked hard. He got a lot of money, and now we got to see if he can maintain that same level of, I don't know what you want to call it, craziness on the field now that he's a multi-millionaire, because we've seen a million examples in the NFL of people who kind of dial it back and protect their investment, which is their body, after they get cashed out. We can't afford to see that from George Kittle because he is the heart and passion of the 49ers. Fair?
Fair. And I think if this was up to Kittle, he would play. I think this is the 49ers saying, hey, we paid you that money. So we're playing the New York Jets. We know what we got, so we're going to go ahead and sit you.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. And we're all speculating. There's no right answer here. But what I'm saying is I want to see his effort level the rest of the year. Not that he's going to slack off, but he used to be the hardest playing player in the league, in my opinion. No one played harder than him. Can he keep that up? now that he's filthy, stupid rich? Curious to see. All right. And that's not it's not an unfair question, right? We've seen a lot of players
No.
kind of dial it back.